It's now time for Did You Know for Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. I have quite a few Did You Knows for today. Quite a few. Well, Tuesday was a big day. Anyways, the first one is about National Play-Doh Day. Now, first sold as wallpaper cleaner in the 1930s, Play-Doh was rebranded as a toy in 1956. That's where it went from a cleaner to a toy. Now, more than 3 billion cans of Play-Doh have been sold since its launch. Now, over 100 million cans are sold each year in 80-plus countries. Now, the original three colors were red, blue, and yellow, and now there are 50-plus shades. And finally, the National Toy Hall of Fame inducted Play-Doh in 1998. And like I said, as long as you keep it in the can and covered so it stays moist, you're fine. If that can is not sealed and it dries out, Play-Doh's no good. Next, did you know for today is about International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer. Now, the ozone layer absorbs 97 to 99% of harmful UV radiation, which I got to always be careful with. The 1987 Montreal Protocol phased out CFCs. Now, by 2019, the ozone hole over Antarctica was the smallest since 1982 due to international cooperation. Now, scientists project the ozone layer could recover to 1980 levels by 2040 to 2060. And finally, without protection, rates of skin cancer and cataracts would skyrocket worldwide. That's crazy. Next, did you know for today is about Mayflower Day. Now, the Mayflower left England on September 16th, 1620, with 102 passengers and 30 crew. Now, the voyage lasted 66 days before reaching New England in November. Now, about half of the passengers died during the first winter in Plymouth. Now, the Mayflower Compact is considered a foundation of American self-government. And a replica, the Mayflower II, built in 1957, is on display in Massachusetts. Next, did you know for today is about Mexican Independence Day. Now, it marks the Grito de Dolores, if I'm saying it correctly. It's in Spanish, and it's funny, I took Spanish in school, but I can't pronounce it. If I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's Grito de Dolores, I believe is how it's pronounced. On September 16, 1810, which sparks the War of Independence. Now, the war lasted 11 years, ending in 1821. Now, more than 126 million Mexicans and 30-plus million Mexican Americans celebrate annually. Now, festivals include fireworks, parades, mariachi music, and the president reenacting the Guido at the National Palace. Now, Mexican Independence Day is often mistaken for Cinco de Mayo, which commemorates a battle victory in 1862. Now, the next did you know for today is about National Guacamole Day. Now, guacamole comes from the Aztec word meaning avocado sauce. Now, the U.S. consumes about 3 billion pounds of avocados annually. Now, the largest guacamole serving ever made weighed 8,351 pounds. That is one big guacamole serving. Now, avocado demand spikes 20 to 30% around Super Bowl Sunday. That makes sense. And finally, Americans eat about 8 pounds of avocados per person each year. Now, the next did you know for today is about National Working Parents Day. Now, about 60% of U.S. families with children have both parents working. Now, nearly 1,100 million children under the age of 5 are in child care weekly. Now, the average parent spends 37 hours per week on child care and household duties in addition to work. Now, 70% of mothers with kids under 18 are in the labor force, up from 47% in 1975. And finally, about 40% of U.S. jobs offer remote or hybrid options in 2025. Now, the next did you know for today is about National Step Family Day. Now, around 1,300 new step families form each day in the U.S. Now, over 50% of American families are remarried or recoupled. Now, about 40% of married couples with children are step couples. Now, step families often involve kids from two or more households, creating unique dynamics. And finally, research shows stepchildren can achieve the same educational outcomes as those from biological families, which is true because Gia's in the process of going to medical school. Like I said, she is my stepdaughter. She is not my actual daughter. She has lived with us, and I've known her since she was 9. And she's about ready to go to medical school. I feel that she got better educational opportunities than anybody else. So I treat her more like the daughter than I do a stepdaughter. I call her my daughter. But anyways, last Did You Know for today is about National IT Professionals Day. Now, it was first observed in 2015, and it's always the third Tuesday in September. Now, there are about 4.5 million IT professionals in the U.S. in 2025. Now, the global IT services market is valued at $1.2 trillion. Now, cybercrime costs could reach $10.5 trillion annually by 2025. And finally, IT pros keep everything from cybersecurity to AI systems running smoothly, which is good because we need that in this technological world. But anyways, that's Did You Know for Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Like and comment on this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and connect with me on social media. But until next time, this is B-Dub, signing off from the Dub Zone.